Family members of the late Kaaka, who died in Ejura, are persistent in their quest for justice for him and indeed for the family. They have petitioned several authorities of the land, and today they are at the office of the National Chief Imam to deliver a petition to him. This petition is coming after an earlier communication with the National Chief Imam on what they want to be done. Today they have come through, and the family members, the spokesperson especially, and the lawyer are here to deliver that petition to the office of the National Chief Imam. On the Citi Newsroom, we are here as well to hear what the content of that petition would be and what the Chief Imam is going to really do about this. Stay with us on the Citi Newsroom. Okay, now, if you tell us why you've decided to come here today.
We're seeking for a platform where we have a neutral voice, which is outside the judiciary. So that's why, it's a leadership. His Eminence is well versed in the process of fighting for peace and justice for every humanity. So as a Muslim, and also our biological grandfather, so we need to fall on him to lay our complaints so that he will tax his advisory board to do the needful thing for us.
Let me speak to the office of the National Chief Imam that received this particular petition. So the petition has been brought. You received it, then what?
Well, we are here to deliver it to the National Chief Imam. Well, our function was just limited to receiving the petition, and that's why I've done that. But then it is when we sit with him, then possibly after deliberation, then that information may be made known to the family and possibly the press.
Well, the lawyer for the family that brought the family to the Chief Imam's office the last time is still the same lawyer who has come back to them today.
I think one of the things the family is doing is that so far the police have never even communicated ever with the family, or the complainants have never received any official update on the case. If they have to find out any information, it's through the press. And it doesn't comport with their sense of how police investigations are supposed to be conducted, of how complainants are supposed to be treated, right? So whatever is being done there, there's a total disconnect with the family and their understanding of whatever is going on. And in particular, because of the substantive issues they have raised in the ways in which there have been lapses and issues of professional misconduct, I think their concern is that whatever is happening there may be undermined, if it has not already been undermined by those lapses. And they think that they've called, for instance, for an independent inquiry into those lapses to be conducted and persons involved in professional misconduct to be brought to book. They've asked for fresh investigations to be conducted in the hope that, unlike other cases like Ahmed Swale, who were killed and we never found any peace or justice for that this case will be different, right? So that's kind of what they are hoping for, that things will be done properly.
Thank you so much. While this is happening, recall that there was a committee that was set up by the government. That committee, through the Minister for the Interior, that committee is done with his work, presented his report to the Minister for onward submission to the President. Till date, we are not really sure what the status of that report would be or that committee's work is. We do not have an official communication. But government officials, we are told, today, Thursday, are going to the family house of Kaaka in Ejura in the Ashanti region, from where our correspondent Hafiz Tijani is monitoring events for Citi News.
Members of the delegation included the coordinator for Zongo and Inner City Development Secretariat under the Office of the President, Ben Abdallah Banda, Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, Mustafa Abdelhamid, Sheikh Armiao Shuaib, spokesperson of the National Chief Imam, and some officials from the Ministry of Interior. The delegation met traditional and religious leaders as well as affected families in a closed-door session. Citi News has learned the delegation told the families that the government had not forgotten them and is working to implement the committee's report, which is yet to be made public. The brother of one of the deceased persons, Abdullahi Abubakar, who could not also provide further details to journalists, insists justice must be served to affected families.
They only call us to inform us that President of the Republic has sent a group of people to come and tell us that the report is out and nothing. So we are waiting now. For the moment, we had nothing to say.
We know that the committee's report is yet to be made public. What is the family expecting from the report?
As we always say, all what we need is justice. All what we need is justice. Today is me. Tomorrow it might be somebody. So we have to find ways and means of stopping this from this country. So me in particular, I am ready to sacrifice my life for the freedom of this nation.
16-year-old Ibrahim Muhammed, whose leg was amputated after he was hit by a stray bullet during the disturbances, came with his mother and other siblings to the gathering. The mother reiterated her appeal to the government for support.
Kai suka kira mu mu zo mu hadu gidan sarki saboda manya na zuwa kuma lalle sun zo an hadu da mu kuma sun yi magana da ya dace insha Allah. Muna roƙon Allah dai Allah rufa mu kowa asiri, Allah taimake su. So su taimaka ma wanda abu ya iske su. Ai yanzu mu da ba mu da abin da za mu ce, su abin da suka fadi muke duban su. Dan ba mu da karfi ciki, ka gani ko? Ba mu da wani karfi ciki, she abin da suka ce.
For now, affected families and residents of Ejura are waiting the implementation of the committee's reports. Although the government delegation will not disclose details of its meeting, relatives of affected persons in the Ejura disturbances say they expect nothing but justice from the committee's report. From Ejura in the Ashanti region, Hafiz Tijani for Citi News.
So while all of this is happening, the invitation to the Chief Imam to intervene in this matter, the Jubilee House is a center of interest that we should be following up on to find out exactly why we are yet to see the decision that has been made by government on the Ejura Committee report. Our correspondent at the presidency is Sami Wiafi, and he has been following the story, and he has come through with this report for us.
Months after the committee that investigated the Ejura disturbances presented its report to government, pressure has been piling on government to make the findings of the committee public. From civil society organizations, family members, and the general public in general, they believe that it is about time government makes the committee's reports public for all Ghanaians to know what really transpired at Ejura, which led to the death of some people and injury of some other people as well. Now, I can tell you on authority that the report has been presented to the president weeks ago. The president has studied it. He has also forwarded it to the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Godfrey Dame, for his legal advice. He's done with his work. He has brought it back to the presidency for it to be made public, because he has done what he is expected to do according to law. I can also tell you on authority that the presidency has given the report to the Ministry of Information, led by Kojo Opon Nkrumah, the sector minister, to make public the findings and recommendations of the committee. About 3 days ago, during the Jubilee House press briefing, the Director of Communications at the presidency, Mr. Eugene, stated that the committee is done with its work. The presidency has given the go-ahead for the report to be made public. And so by close of this week or next week, we'll have the general public getting to know the details of the work of the committee that investigated the incident in Ejura.
The committee, as we all know, submitted a report to the Interior Minister. He has forwarded it to the President, and all I can say with respect to that is, shortly, the details of the report or the findings, recommendations, everything made by the committee will be put out for the Ghanaian people to know. But I can assure you that the report has been received by the President, and in due course, you'll get to know of its contents.